For the new year 2024, I want to show you how to balance your own diabetes by 3 simple steps. I'm a type 1 diabetic for 23 years now, and for the past 8 years I am more balanced than a non-diabetic person, with values between 70 to 100 mg per deciliter 24/7, 7 days a week, as you see on the screen right now. How did I achieve these results, and how can you do it yourself, even with type 1 diabetes, which is considered to be much more complex to balance? The first step is, of course, nutrition. I, as a nutritionist, know how valuable our nutrition to every aspect of our lives: sleep, mood, energy levels, and even the people we love and the connection with others. Food is everything. But when it comes to blood glucose levels, it has a definite and direct connection to our food. We want to eat low carbohydrate diet. As the great Dr. Bernstein said, we are all entitled to normal blood glucose, even type 1 diabetics. And we achieve that by low carbohydrate diet. It shouldn't be so strict, but we have to know to restrict carbohydrate per meal. In that case, if I eat 3 times a day, each meal consists of good quality red meat, chicken, fish, eggs, or any other fat and protein from animal sources, we want it to be limited with carbohydrate for the same meal. So the meal will be concentrated and will satisfy us for many hours during the day later on. So we don't have to snack all the time, as many people do today. So nutrition, 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 as Dr. Bernstein said. The great Dr. Bernstein, that is now 90 years old, with type 1 diabetes for over 75 years. Celebrating his 90th birthday soon, and he contributes that mostly to a low carbohydrate diet. The 2 other factors to achieve normal blood glucose, even for type 1 diabetics, are adjusting our insulin and doses and knowing special conditions. So 2, adjusting our medication and doses. We want to be accurate with our insulin, exactly the same as if a non-diabetic person's pancreas will balance the blood glucose level all the time. So the same applies for diabetics. We want to think like the pancreas. In that way, we can achieve normal blood glucose all the time. We need our basal insulin to be as accurate as possible and to change within time, as according to changes in diet, in stress levels, or in activity level, or in our sleeping hours. Everything matters, and we want to adjust the doses to those changes all the time, constantly. Exactly the same as a functioning pancreas would do eventually in a non-diabetic person. In that way, we think as the pancreas, and we remember that our pancreas is not producing insulin correctly, and we maximize the accuracy of our dosing to our own needs, which can change from one day to the other. This is critical. The third step to normalizing completely our blood glucose levels to a non-diabetic levels is knowing special situations and special conditions in life. What do I mean by that? We have to make our blood glucose as predictable as possible, and we will do it by the low carbohydrate nutrition, by maximizing the accuracy of our doses, insulin and any medication, even if we use any pump or even when we use syringes, which they are low-tech from the old times of the days that they actually invented insulin. We can use any technology, glucometer, CGM, closed loop, insulin pump, anything you choose. No matter what technology we choose, we will have to implement those 3 steps all the time, whatever we do. So the third step is knowing special situations. By special situations, I mean either we have a fever, either we are extremely active, or either we are more sedentary than usual. Any change matters. It can be speaking in front of an audience, giving a lecture, giving a presentation, having an intense workout that will make our insulin sensitivity higher, and then we will have to adjust the insulin accordingly and to reduce insulin because the sensitivity is way higher. On the other hand, if we have a fever, our insulin sensitivity goes down and we have more insulin resistance in the body, meaning we will have to adjust the doses and to bring our usual doses a bit higher. So the doses will match the new situation of a fever or a period for the women who have the women's monthly cycle. We will have to adjust our doses according to the cycle or according to any fever, any special situation that we face during our everyday. And always remember, think as the pancreas, so you can balance your diabetes and to react anytime when there is a change that requires change in doses or change in any medication that we use to treat diabetes. You can do it also with any technology, glucometer and old syringes, and you can do it with the closed loop, the insulin pump, and the CGM. Any technology you choose, you will have to implement those 3 steps and to have the freedom to control your equipment. So if it's insulin pump, if it's syringes, if it's closed loop, we want the freedom to predict what we're going to do in advance, such as a meal, even if it's low carbohydrate, we still have to inject, or a workout, or anything that we want to predict in advance, we will do it, and then we can inject beforehand, right before it happens, exactly as the pancreas will react at the same moment that it happens. So for us, diabetics, especially type 1 diabetics, we have to think as the pancreas. Remember that sentence. And those are my 3 steps to balance your diabetes in 2024 to a non-diabetic levels. I remind you that I am a type 1 diabetic who completely normalized his own blood glucose level 8 years ago. Since then, my blood glucose is 70 to 100 milligram per deciliter, 24/7, 7 days a week, and my A1C is 5, 4.9, 4.8, 5.1 maximum. Those are my results 8 years now, without any hypoglycemia or hyperglycemia. And I invite you to join my journey on this channel. Subscribe to get the updates as soon as possible to your YouTube, or follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and we will stay in touch. You can also subscribe to my emailing list through my website, and I will see you in the next videos. Good luck everybody, and have a great, balanced year.